Hello boys and girls. So we are in week 2-3-ish of One Book July. The reason some people are ahead, don't forget, is because some people started on the Monday, which was still in June. So some people are in week 3, whereas some of us are only in week 2.5. Some are only in week 2 because they didn't start until the 4th. So, you know, that's why it's a little bit different this year, because July started on a Wednesday, which really threw a lot of people. Anyway, my book so far is going quite well. Still got my pen, I haven't lost it yet, which I'm quite impressed about. My book is getting a little bit chunky, but not too chunky again. Still not breaking the spine or anything. I think I'm about 80 pages into it. 88 pages out of, I'm not sure how many pages there are in this. I've numbered up to a certain point. That's 200. So it might be 400 pages, I think. Might be 300. I'm really not sure. I think it's about halfway. There is 200. So I'm about a quarter of the way through, give or take. I really haven't done as much this month as I normally would, again, and I will come to that in a moment. Anyway, my one pen. I'm really liking this pen. I like the colour, even though I'm not a big fan of blue. It's the Bic Fine Pens. It's like the Bic Crystals, but they're finer, obviously. I am finding that the more I write with it, the more it blots, which I don't normally get with my gel pens. But that's okay, I'm not doing too badly with it. I mentioned last time I was getting a bit of pen anxiety about, oh, but one pen, where's my one pen, where's my one pen? I bought a cheap pack of these in Wilko's. I think I got 6 for £1 or something, and I just threw them around the house, and now I know where my pens are. And I can always find a pen if I need it, so that's not too bad actually. And because they're bright orange, you can't really lose them anywhere. They even stand out in my bag. So, you know, I've got one in my bag, one by the bed, one on my desk upstairs, a couple down here, that sort of thing. Just chuck them around the place, and that has taken away the anxiety of, oh my god, but I'm going to lose my pen. So that's not a problem. I'm also quite used to the blue now. Initially I was really enjoying it, then I was kind of bored with it. Now I'm enjoying it again, so I don't know. I'm going to persevere with it. I'm not going to change it when my feelings towards it are still fluctuating. Okay, so I'm sticking with the pen. I love my book. I may be a convert to these books. I really love it. I love the size, I love the weight of it, I love the shape of it, I love the paper, I love the binding. I love everything about this book. I don't know why, it's like the perfect journal. For me, anyway. It's perfect. I really like it. So, quick recap. This is my July entry page. And my month at a glance. As you can see, I went a bit minion mad. Got it decorated up. It's not decorated as such, I just threw minions in the spaces. And then obviously this is week 1, which you've already seen. Filling up my note pages, etc, etc. You've seen all this already. And then we came to week 2. You may have seen this as well. I think I'd started this. Oh, random bit of cheese. I think I'd started this the last time, so I tried to keep like a 1-page list, if you like, but I got annoyed with having to keep flicking backwards and forwards because I do so much writing in a day. Like, as you can see, this is page 58 and I'm on 88, so I've already got 30 pages since this was done. And it got so irritating having to flick backwards and forwards all the time, and I'm still having to flick backwards and forwards because there was some stuff on here that hadn't been finished. And I've still got some stuff back here Oh no, I've moved everything now. But I had some stuff back there. So when I was doing this, I was still flicking back to the previous week. And I just got really irritated with that. So I changed it up on Monday and did something a little bit different. But this was last week. I can't remember if you saw this or not. This is Tuesday. We went to see the Minions. I love the Minions. And look what I got. Look what I got. I got these in... Let me pop him back in there. I got these in Poundland. Minions Post-its. And they had different ones. They had Bob, Stuart and Kevin. And they're proper Post-its. They don't just, like, not stick. They stick properly. And then, a carry-along colouring set. No, seriously, dude. This is so cute. We've got Minions wax crayons with little dungarees on. And the front is a booklet, a colouring booklet. And it's got pictures of Minions and Boo and Agnes, and not Boo, Agnes and Gru. So it's got Despicable Me 1, Despicable Me 2. It's really cool. Isn't it awesome? So, yeah, I got that to go in my journal. Because look, it's just the right size to do in... I know, I'm a child, but I love the Minions, okay? And I loved the Minion movie. I laughed right the way through it. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Wednesday. I'm not sure if you've seen this or not, so I'm kind of recapping the week before. Pizza and Scary Movie Night with Miss Maddie, and I just did a list of what we watched. New crime series. Ooh, the New Detectives. True crime series. Ooh, it was very good. Some drawing and writing, and then... Oh, that may have been where you saw up to last time, because I don't think you saw these. This is Gypsy, look. My Gypsy girl with her foster brother. This is Shadow. Shadow unfortunately passed away last week, so look, my Gypsy girl. And a lovely note from her foster mum. And look, out for a walk with the troops. Up to 14 dogs on these walks they have, and she's very dog friendly, so that's great. She probably really enjoys that. And look, there she is, swimming in the river. My little princess, who wouldn't get her feet wet in a puddle, is now swimming in muddy rivers. How about that? Is that awesome? I'm so proud of her. She's just doing so great. And then at the weekend I found out I'm moving again. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you about it in a vlog, but basically we're getting our own flat. It's just up the road. Nothing wrong with this place, before anybody assumes the worst. We're quite happy here. We're quite, you know, we're getting on with Lisa. Everything's fine. It's just that there's a flat up the road that's the same price and we would have it to ourselves. So, seems logical. And then this week, what I did, I was missing my week on one page reference, but I didn't want to just go back to my default of, you know, what I was using before in June. I had a week on one page notes. So I thought, well, I'll do it a little bit differently. Because I bullet journal, I thought, well, I'll split it in two. Well, I'll do it vertically. So I've still got my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the weekend. But I've got it vertical, and I've got timed appointments at the top, and then lists. And I like this better than... I don't know. As much as this. I don't know, there's something about the way I read things that I read across and then down. I just always have. I think it's... I don't know, it's just the way my brain works. But I've always been like really good with things like Excel and stuff that require, and reading graphs and things like that. Anything that requires you to read across and down at the same time, I'm really good with it. I don't know why. I used to be really good at those games where you had to cross-reference, you know, Angela went to the cinema with Bob twice, but she only went with somebody else once, and you have to work out who the somebody else is, and all that kind of stuff. I've always been really good at those crisscross type things. So this layout is really suiting me. I like it because I've got timed appointments clearly at the top. I've got my lists for each day. But if I've got something like here, I meant to pick up a prescription on Tuesday, but I was too late to pick it up, but I had to go into town again on Wednesday. So I simply moved it across with an arrow. I can cross-reference. So print, return, postage. Yeah, I've done that. Now post the t-shirts. I forgot to do that twice. Hence the yellow stickies everywhere. Using my diary stickers, love my diary stickers, obviously, and, you know, just filling up with my lists what I need to do. So, for instance, yesterday I had put up One Book July, Part 2, or Update 2, and I hadn't done it, so I'll just move it across to here, and here I am doing it. So it's now a work in progress, so I will half fill it. So to me, that makes sense. You know, it's partly done and it's moved across to here. And when I'm doing this list, you know, as I'm working my way down here, I'll go, oh, I've got something still in that, so I'll leave a gap. Which is what I did here, but then I filled it in with something else when I'd finished it. So I don't know, there's just something about this layout that is really working for me. And it's given me an idea of how to use the layout in this one. This is my work Saffiano. Yes, I'm still going to do a thing on it, I promise. I just haven't got around to it yet. I have the vertical layout in here. Now I don't need the times, and the times were kind of putting me off. But I do think that I could rule it across and have appointments or timed things, or, you know, what classes are going up today, and then my list of what I'm doing today underneath, because obviously the classes are going up today, unless they're vlog type classes, they're pre-recorded, so they should already be up. When they go live, I can tick them off. So I think that might work. So I'm going to try that for a little while, and then I will come back to doing a video on this. I'm still settling into this and figuring out how I want it, so I haven't really got it up and running yet. When I have, I will show you how I'm using it. I'm basically using the same method in setting that up as I am with this, which is to change it up as I go along and work out what I need and what I don't. But this layout is really working. I love this layout. So I might do this again next week and see how it works for me again. I also like having the whole week. I don't have to keep flicking back between 2 or 3 pages. Like before, I had Monday, I had Wednesday, and I had Saturday, and I was flicking backwards and forwards between 3 pages. Now, I've only got this 1 page, and I don't know why I haven't got my sticker on here. It's just occurred to me. I don't know why I didn't have my sticker on there, because that's my sticker to take me to this week. I really don't know what was going on there. Anyway, I was using my highlighter, you may remember, but since I've started carrying these around, I stuck them into my book, and I've also got the bigger ones as well. I don't bother with my highlighter so much. I have these. I've got my postcard that I keep in the front of my book, and what I thought I would do, because this has just got like a Bible verse on the back, which isn't really my thing. So what I might do is put these onto here, so that I can, you know, I can keep this in the front of my book. It's there, I've got it, and then when I finish this book, I can just take it out and take it with me. Or, you know, because these, it's going to destroy the book taking them out, isn't it? Well, not that one so much, but these, it's going to destroy the book taking them out. I didn't think of that before I stuck it in. So rather than sticking it in, I'm going to stick it onto here, because I like this postcard. I carry it around in most of my books with me, so I might as well make it useful. And it's not useful at the moment because I have no use for a Bible verse. So yeah, I think I might stick that on there. I don't know why they're showing up as the same colours. I've actually got pink and orange, and then dark purple and light purple, but I know those all look the same colour. I don't know why. Something to do with the light. I also added in, I had these stickers for 2015, and I was having trouble remembering dates because with not having a set layout in here, I didn't really have a set date. So I was going back and I was having to flip back to July and then to June, and then trying to read my own handwriting and flicking backward and then going, oh, I don't have August. So I thought, right, you know what, I'm just going to put these stickers here. I have duplicates of these stickers, so it's no trouble, you know, if I finish this book in July, which I don't think I will, but if I did, then it wouldn't matter that I've got August in here. I can stick August into the next book. As it happens, I think this book will probably last me through August as well. So if it does, I can put September, and then in the new book I can put September, October, November, December. You know, it'll work. And then I've got some journaling again. Some sketching. And then I left a blank page. What I've got is these. This is my YouTube list, my money list, and my admin list. My admin list is empty at the moment because admin is mostly tax stuff, so it's all on my money side. I put these on here because they're easy to see. I can see what's written on them. So one book July, I'm doing that now. And then when I've used that page up, so I get to the next page and I just leapfrog this across to here, because these are proper post-it note stickers. These are the proper transparent post-it brand, so there is no trouble with sticking them multiple times. I've been leapfrogging them like this all through the month so far, so I like that. I like it that it's easy to find stuff. I wasn't using this section, this YouTube section that I set up at the back. I started using it, but then I wasn't referring back to it because, you know, it's too much flipping backwards and forwards. I can't be doing with it. So this is working better because it's there, it's in front of me. If it's back here, I don't check it. If it's up here, I'm looking at it, I can see it, it's there, I have to keep moving it virtually every day because I use at least one page per day, if not more. So yeah, I automatically have to keep moving these, and then I update them as I do it, and I know, you know, everything's very foremost in my mind what's going on. So that is my end of my second week because I'm working up to Wednesdays. I started on the Wednesday because I had a full week. I already had June in here, so I skipped forward to Wednesday. That's how it's going so far. Really enjoying it, really liking it. One book for me isn't really that much of a challenge, like I've said before, but the one pen and the being creative and not getting bored and things like that, that is being a challenge. And also, because I'm moving again at the end of the month, I have to organise all that as well. But instead of having it partway through a month and partway through another month like it was last time, now I've got it all in the same book. It's all here together. So I've got all my information I need in one place. And, you know, I can use my throwaway post-its and my stickers and things like that and my, you know, clip-on bits to add bits rather than keeping permanent lists that I didn't really want to keep. So I've been doing my floor plans for the new place and things like that. Yeah, it's cool. I'm really liking this vertical layout. It makes a lot of sense to me. The side-by-side layout was good, but what I found was I concentrated on the lists and didn't really look at the appointments. Whereas here, because it's all basically lists, but it's split up as well, I don't know, like I say, it just makes sense to me to have it. The across and down version of it makes sense to me, and I'm going to start using that version for my work diary, because obviously, you know, yes, I have a second book, but this is my work file of facts that I've been setting up, So this is all my class stuff and all my admin and my finance for the business and all that kind of stuff. Everything is in here. I'm aiming to have this for the business, this for work, and then I've got a lot of people are suddenly asking about my Productive Luddite book, my really big notebook, the big purple thing. I use that for drawing in when I'm doing class demos. So I do my artwork in there for classes. So I shall be continuing with this to the end of the week, and then I think next week on Monday I will probably use this layout again and see how I go with it. And see if I can organise moving house again. Perhaps a little bit better this time than I managed it last time, when I managed to lose so many things. Don't forget to check out our Facebook group, facebook.com 1 Book July. It's not a group, it's a page, and it's open to everyone. So you can come along, you can have a look, you don't have to join it, you don't have to like it, you can just follow it if you want to, or you can just check in and look at the links or whatever. At the top of the page there are links to the Instagram tag, the Twitter tag, the Tumblr tag, and the YouTube playlist. So you know, if you are an Instagrammer, you can click on the tag for 1 Book July and you can go and have a look at absolutely everything that everybody's doing that is being put on Instagram. And the playlist on YouTube is incredible. Such a large amount of videos this year. We've already almost up to 150. We're only in the second week. I don't think we had that many total last year. So lots and lots of people joining in, and it's awesome seeing so many people saying this is my first ever video, but I thought I'd do it to show you what I'm doing for 1 Book July. It's fab. I love it. Keep it coming. Yes. Nothing is boring for us planner nerds, okay? Nothing is boring in terms of, well, yeah, I've done this, but I did this last week as well. But why are you doing it again this week? Well, because I love it. You know, and then you explain why you love it, and that's fine. If you've changed it, you explain why you've changed it, and that's fine. And speaking of changing it, there's a lot of people have swapped their books out because the book they were using wasn't working for them. That is absolutely fine. Don't get all strung out about it. Carrie got all weird on it. Oh, can I add another book in, or is that cheating? Well, no, if you can fit another notebook into your book and you need another notebook, shove it in there. How is that cheating? That's just like me adding post-it notes to my pages or whatever. The whole point of her notebook system is that you can add books in and out. That's like saying, well, I'm going out for the day and I don't need this book. Is it all right if I take it out? Of course it's okay, just do it. Tracy Reinhardt has actually completely swapped to a different system from what she started with, because she, after a week, she forced herself to use it for a week, and after a week she knew that that size was not going to work for her. So rather than forcing herself to stick with it to the end of the month, she took the command decision to just change books and start again from there. And then she started with an organised book, and then it occurred to her, well, hang on a minute, I could start with a blank book and build it up. So halfway through the week she changed it again and just started with absolutely nothing. That is totally in the spirit of the challenge. The point of the challenge is not to doggedly get through to the end of the month with 1 book and 1 pen. It's to challenge yourself to start off with 1 book and 1 pen and build up your system as you go and see what you need and what you don't, instead of just changing for the sake of it and adding stuff in because it's there. Work out what you absolutely have to have. So for me, my absolute have-to-haves now are my highlighter stickers, my pen, obviously, my book, and because the lack of colour drives me a little bit crazy, I have to have some way of colouring or adding colour. So if I can't use my diary stickers, which are paper products, I mean, I know they're PVC stickers, but they're paper products. Stickers are paper products. I'm adding in photos, which again, paper products. I've been using a little bit of watercolour just when I've really felt I needed it. And when I've been doing my collaging, I've been adding in with, I've just got about 5 or 6 colours of these. These are the Gecko crayons. They're really cool. I haven't quite figured out if they're meant to be water soluble or not. They do react with water, but not completely. They're kind of a weird hybrid. Tracy Fox gave me these, so I don't know where she got them, but it's it's the Gecko brand, you know, the little lizard with the hands. So she probably picked them up in the Range or the Works or somewhere like that. Anyway, I've just been using those to add a little bit of colour to my collages, otherwise it looks a bit bland. It just helps blend them into the page without me having to do an awful lot. You know, I literally just go round it and smudge it in. So, yep, that is basically what I've been doing, and I'm really enjoying it. So I will be back later on with another update, but at the moment, not really much to tell you. It's basically just, it's working for me. I like it. I love this book. I may be a convert this year. Go and check out the playlist with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people's videos. It's awesome. Yay. And I am going through and trying to watch everybody's videos and trying to comment on them wherever I can. I haven't managed to get through all of them yet. Basically, if they come up in my subscription feed, I will have seen them, but I may not have commented. And if they don't come up in my subscription feed because you're perhaps a new YouTuber and I missed you the first time round, I won't have seen you yet. But everything goes automatically into the playlist, so just keep checking back if you're not seeing your videos in the playlist. Unless you've done 2 videos and your second one's in the playlist but your first one isn't, then it might have got missed by the system and I might have to add it manually, in which case just buzz me or post it on the One Book July Facebook page and just ask for it to be added to the playlist. Also, I found, now what's the girl's name? There is a girl on YouTube doing I'm gonna have to look it up now. I'm sorry. Bear with me 1 second. Ooh, look. Hello. I just need to check what her name is. Planner Perfect. That's her name. That's her blog name. Planner Perfect, Jenny Penton. She does these planning books using a Midori system. And she basically has, I think she uses Moleskine cahiers and she's got 1 per month. And it's very similar to this, but kind of doing it every month. It's perfect. I added her to the One Book July playlist. I asked her if it would be okay to add her videos to the One Book July playlist because it's exactly the spirit of One Book July. But if anybody's looking for a way to carry it on after July, then it's a really good system. And also, Silly Mimi. Silly M-I-M-I. And it also says at Poochie Baby. Maybe that's her. I don't know. I know her as at Silly Mimi. Maybe she was Poochie Baby before. I don't know. Anyway, there's a little pink icon there. She does bullet journaling and she has some fantastic ways of making your bullet journaling work that I've never seen before. It's just kind of combining Jenny Penton's planning books or the One Book July all-in-one book idea with Susie Blue's Paint and Chronicle journal as you go idea and bullet journaling with pretty planning. It's like everything all in one place. I absolutely love it. So yeah, she's worth checking out as well. I'll put the links down below so you can check those girls out. And like I said, I've added their links to the One Book July playlist as well, because if you're just clicking on the playlist and watching the stuff that you haven't seen before, then obviously that will be interesting to you. Okay, so there you go, a couple of new people to watch, and hopefully some ideas here that have given you, and do check out the One Book July playlist for quite literally 100 or so other videos by other people doing fun stuff. It's awesome! Yay! See you next week. Bye!